as we go behind enemy lines.
Well, good day, Dragons fans. I'm Big T, and this is Behind Enemy Lines. I'm still eating Easter chocolate. I hope you had a whole other great Easter. Okay, let's run through the Roosters side before we bring our guest in. We've got a very special guest tonight. Yeah, Jimmy Chesko at the back, Daniel Tupou and Mark Nwanganitawase on the wings. Billy Smith, that's a great Dragons name, Billy Smith, isn't it? Great Dragons name.
It is.
Robert Toyer. Sandon Smith and Hugo Savala in the halves. Spencer Leniu, Connor Watson, and the Fahu White in the front row. Angus Crichton, Sua Wong, and Victor Radley in the back row, or as Scoop likes to say, Victor the Inflictor Radley. Docker Clay, Fiketti, Steep, Evan Butcher on the bench. Ethan King, Taylor Lowasalu, Chad Townsend, Dominic Young in the extended bench, and Makahisi Makatoa. Bringing our guest here, we got Billy's little brother, Max. I don't know how. One's a Dragon, one's a Rooster. Billy mustn't have bashed him enough when they were younger. So, Hey, Max, how are you, mate?
I'm good.
How did you become a Roosters fan, mate, and your brother's a Dragon?
Yeah, well, he tried making me a Dragons fan, but I didn't want to go for a shit team.
Oh,
You didn't
thank you
educate
very
him
much.
well enough, Billy.
No.
So you're a bandwagoner then?
Mate,
No.
I couldn't educate this idiot even if I wanted to.
Well, going back to the team there, Max. Steep, what's his name? Dylan Steep, is it?
Blake.
Blake Steep. Tell us a little bit about him. He's only a new boy for the team. Do you know much about him?
Yeah, he is from Port Macquarie, the rising tide, and best position throughout his young career is lock.
Yeah.
He's an ultimate competitor in his defensive reliability, and work rate has been amazing in his 11-game career, and I see a
Cool.
big future.
So it's about 7th game this year, isn't he? He's played every game this year, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he has.
Yeah, I was watching him a bit earlier. I watched a couple of highlights of him. He seems like he's going to be a big player for the club, I think, if they can keep him.
Yeah, I was watching him a bit earlier. I watched a couple of highlights of him. 100%. Seems like he's going to be 100%. Yeah.
All right, you finished 3rd in the regular season last year. But then, no Jared Hargraves, no Tyrell May. Both your front rowers are gone. Both your centres are gone. Sia Leahy and Marnie, they've disappeared as well. There's no Cheese, there's no Walker, no Collins, and no Nate Butcher this week. You've got a team of nobodies. Where do the points come from?
From the wingers, the tall.
They're tall.
Kick into him.
All right, so you're going to use the old Dragon strip for bomb for the wingers.
Yeah.
That's good. You had a pretty indifferent season, mate. You got dumped on by the Broncos round 1. Then you beat the Panthers, but everyone beats the Panthers. And then losses to the Wars, Titans, and Bunnies. You beat the Broncos, and then you get pumped by second last Panthers. What's the problem at the Roosters with their inconsistency?
I think it's just we need to toughen up. We need to keep playing consistently good.
Yeah.
We are not consistently good.
You're a bit like the Dragons. A bit like the Dragons. a bit of inconsistency to keep us on his toes. All right, last week they scored first. I'm just still eating Easter chocolate. Happy Easter, everybody. Scored the first try last week, and then you got owned on the outside. You couldn't defuse a kick. Where am I going with this? Your forwards got lazy at the end. What do the Roosters need to do to change for the Dragons' speed on the outside?
Well, we just need to be more defensive. We're letting easy tries go through.
Yeah, I was saying that last week that on the outside, on Daniel Tupu's side, they caught them out 2 or 3 times on the outside, and once or twice on the other side. So I think that's where we're going to be attacking you guys on the weekend.
It's just poor communication between the winger and the centre.
Yeah.
Just getting familiar with each other's game.
All right. You've won the last 2 Anzac games, 27-26 in 2023. And last year's shellacking, 60-18. But it's a completely different side. And how do you beat the Dragons this week?
We need our big players to perform very, very well. We need them playing at their best level, like Tedesco, Tupou, even Dominic Young.
He's not playing.
Oh, he's not playing.
Oh, he's on the extended bench.
I was about to ask, what's going on there?
I don't think he'll play.
No, there's been reports he's going to be playing reserves.
What's he done?
I think
Go on, Daz. Do you know anything about that? I don't know anything about that, Max.
No. He didn't know.
You didn't know? Oh, okay. Good on you.
The player this year was named Sandon Smith.
Oh, he loves Sandon Smith.
So do you think he's the answer in the halves?
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
And apart from Tedesco, who's the biggest threat to the Dragons in attack?
I'd say Tupou on the wing because he's very, very tall, and your wingers aren't that tall.
He's up against Finau this week, so
Finau's 6. I think he's 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah,
He's a massive winger.
What's Tupou's about 2 meters tall, isn't he?
Yeah, 6'1", 6'2", something about that.
How tall's Finau? About 5'10".
Tupou's on Sloane's side, I believe.
Oh, is he? Oh, he's too. He's on Sloane's side.
Oh, okay, opposite sides.
Still a bit of a height advantage, I think.
Yeah. Okay, has anyone else got a question for Max?
What about Hugo Savala? Chad Townsend started the year as the halfback, but Hugo Savala, pretty tall halfback. He's come in the last couple of weeks. What do you make of him?
He's a very, very good kicker. And I reckon his kicking game against you guys will be very, very good.
I've got a question for you, Max.
Yeah.
I never heard of this kid's name for a while. Zach Docker Clay. What is he like? Like, what's his background coming through the junior system for your club?
He's an alright player. And I think he'll perform against Dragons because every Roosters player performs against Dragons.
I do.
And we were at the game 2 years ago when Toby Kaufman dropped the ball. And I was giving it to this guy. I was rubbing it in his face.
Mm-hmm.
Did he bash you?
I'm about to.
That's what you're allowed to do, Billy. It's your little brother.
Yeah. Well, not so little, but I got the physical.
He's your little big brother.
Because when you tried tackling me, I put you on the ground.
Watch out.
Someone's about to. Oh, he's got his beanie.
All right, Max. Anyone else got a question? Anybody else? Someone asked. I think what was the question up here? Or did we cover it? Will Townsend play? No, he won't. All right.
I have one about Teddy.
Go on.
Teddy, he's just he's still at the top of his game. I don't know if he probably won't play Origin this year, but what is it about James Tedesco that he produces week in, week out, and he's always the Roosters' best player 99% of the time?
He's a leader. He's a very, very good leader. Brings a lot of passion and effort to the game. And I think he will lead us to beat you guys. Like, and his pace as well. He's very, very fast. I just hope he does not.
He's just a little nugget, isn't he? He just bounces off everything. If you think Jack Bird used to bounce off tackles.
Someone should tell him to tie up his pants. He doesn't. It's not secure. Every single game, I think it flies off, mate. Like, mate, what are you trying to?
He's worse than Hindmarsh.
He's very cheeky.
Just likes getting his means out.
He likes getting the crack troops with him.
He's very cheeky.
Yeah.
Into the crack, yeah.
All right. I don't know if you watched the show before Max. What are you doing,
I
Jack?
watched last week and 2 weeks ago.
I don't know if you ever watched Walk Down Memory Lane, because about this time of night, we go for a walk down memory lane. Brought to you by Essence and Light Nature for everybody. They're a soap and candle manufacturer, and check them out on Facebook. They're absolutely fantastic. We're going back to Anzac Day 2009. You must have been very small then, Max. How old were you in 2009, mate?
I was not born.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
There you go.
There you go. That's a history lesson for a big team.
A history lesson for you. I don't know if you studied this game at all, but Saturday, April 25, 2009, Anzac Day, lest we forget. Sydney Football Stadium, 28,926 people were there. Ref was Shane Haynes and Tony De La Reyes. That's how you say his name. Played 51 times. The Roosters have won 28, Dragons 22. There's been one drawback in 2001. 1,114 points for the Roosters, and we scored 960 points. I'll just run through the Roosters side and the Dragons side. At the back for the Roosters was Sam Perrott, Caesar Walker, and Sean Kenny Dowes on the wings. Osea Soliola and Sedimenta Star in the centres. Pearce and Anasta are the halves. Where are we? Marco Mealy, Abusin, James Abusin, that is. There was two of their brothers running around there for a while. Orbison. Yeah. There you go. Frank Paul Norsala, Mason and Miles in the back row with Fitzgibbon Lock on the scrum. Lapini Payer. I knew Lapini Payer. His uncle used to live just down the road from us. And Lapini
Was it Lapini or was it Mickey Payer?
Mickey Payer played for the Dragons. We had Mickey.
That's right. But they had both of them at one point. So it was Lapini?
Three of the brothers. There was a Lalia Payer as well.
There was. But their uncle used to live up the road from us, and we used to go up and talk to him all the time. Shane Shackleton, Jake Friend, and Jordan Tansey on the bench. Brad Fittler was their coach at the time. Darius Boyd, Bree Morris, Bo Scott, Cooper, and Nightingale were our back five. Soward and Hornsby, what a great side that is. What a great back five that is, 2009, 2010. Soward and Hornsby in the halves. Paul Young and Wayman, big horse Wayman up in the front row. Pryor, Cray, and Smith locks the scrum. Hunt, Costigan, Safi, and Head. That's Matty Head on the bench. Jared Safi, a South African born Dragon. He was born in Johannesburg, moved to Australia in '99. He played rugby union when he first got here in the under 21s and the sevens. Tigers 06, 07, and 2010 NRL Premiership. He was the first player signed by the Melbourne Rebels, the now defunct Melbourne Rebels, in 2010. There's been 5 South African players that played for South Africa. A couple of them born in Australia. Fred Punchy Griffiths, born in Rhodesia, now it's called Zimbabwe. 67 games, played for 67 games for North Sydney. Alan Skeeney, born in Cape Town. Yeah, he played 16 matches for Souths. Tian Strauss, we all remember Tian. Well, most of us remember Tian Strauss played for Cronulla. I'm sure you would, Dad. You remember Tian?
I remember him, yeah. He's good.
Yeah, good, tough player. Good, tough player. 68 games for Cronulla. Fred Anderson. Look at Fred Anderson. Wow, I wouldn't want to cross him in a dark alley. He's born in Australia to South African parents, played 253 games for the Bulldogs and the Bunnies, and 2 tests for South Africa. I think it was most of these guys played 1963 test. So he's played 2 tests for South Africa. And Short Rutgerson. He had 68 games for the Bears and the Sharks. Born in Australia, but he played for the South African team, and now he's a USA Hawks coach. So he's still involved in rugby league. So good on you guys. But Jared Saffy was the only South African player to win a premiership. So good on you, Jazza. I couldn't find any highlights.
Was this Matty Head's last season with us? Is that
2010? I think he's. Oh no, maybe 9. Yeah.
No, he retired after this.
He came back.
Did he?
He came back after playing.
He had a horrible leg injury or something, didn't he?
He had huge injuries all over his season.
He had a massive career ahead of him, and I remember it was a leg injury or something that ended him, and he was just starting to really come good.
Well, everyone thought he was going to be a halfback in that year, I remember.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Formby was going to be the fullback, and that look, they were going to play Boyd in the Senators.
Yeah.
But
anyway, I like this comment here. This comment here is a good one. Didn't Shane Shackleton do a good foo import? No. He did it great. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely.
Apparently it was his shoulder, was it? I thought it was a leg injury.
All right, couldn't find any highlights in this game or full match report or anything. Just got my stuff off Rugby League Project. Didn't tell me anything. But Jamie South scored 2 tries. Brett Morris got over the stripe for a try. Jason Nightingale, he scored. He always scored, Jason Nightingale. Scored 2 in the grand final in 2010. Jason Nightingale.
One of the greats.
Second most George Illawarra player.
Was a great player. Second most capped. After he left rugby league, he was an owner-operator. Played 268 games for the Dragons, 110 tries, 33 tests for New Zealand. Still involved.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll never forget this year. I had Brett Morris almost every week for first try scorer.
You made some money?
And walked away with, did I make some money?
He scored 25 tries that year.
It was like 100. I used to put $100 on it every week, and sometimes it wouldn't go through. But yeah, you'd walk away with like $1,000. Back in the days, I used to bet.
You could afford to bet.
Yeah, I've got a family now. I don't bet anymore. But yeah, I used to pump big on that first try scorer one.
But after rugby league, they opened Flow Espresso. I think that was that Cogger, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
2009, closed down in 2024. He runs Elite Athlete Business School where he teaches rugby league players about business and gets them into unis and gets them started. Director and partner at CNG Property Group. So he's got a property portfolio going. Life member of the Dragons. A Dragons ambassador. Also a 2010 grand final winner. On your flow. And we should see him around the grounds if we get down there. Jamie Scow, 2 tries, 6 goals. Thrown a field goal. 21-point haul. I think he must have got man of the match this game. As he did quite often.
He did.
Half-time, it was 9-0. Full-time, 29-0. Dragons over the Roosters. They don't have a salary cap. They have a salary sombrero. But I think their money might have run out. Looking at the team.
They bought Chad Townsend.
A lot of players left. Oh, who's that? There's a young Scoop. Hey,
That
have a
looks
look
like
at
him
that.
now.
It does look like him now. He's got the same jersey on. So
He's got the same. He looks the same.
no, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Who's that with you there, Scoop?
That's my sister, who's also a Rooster supporter.
Oh, we should have got her
what
on.
is it?
What's her name?
Paige, but she has a disability.
Oh, no, that's why she's a Roosters supporter. I'm joking, I'm joking.
That's fine.
And there's a young Scoop. Referee days, look at that, eh? He was a referee back then. Oh, look at those skinny legs.
Scoop, if you had your pants up any higher, you'd have nappy rash there.
Yeah,
Your name will be Harry. They're
like right up there.
They are,
Harry
right?
High Pants.
yeah.
How old were you there, Scoop?
I'm age 18. That was my first ever year of refereeing. I've taken a few years off since then because I went behind my coach's back because he was pretty much refereeing his friends and family for high games and doesn't care about us local young ones who actually wanted to have a go at the high games.
So it was a forced layoff, mate.
It was just political.
It's a forced layoff. Yeah. Well, there you go. There's Scoop. There's behind him. Anybody else wants to throw their photo? Come on, Daz, throw a photo of you as a kid. Throw it to me on Messenger. Billy, a picture of you as a kid. All of our guys. Muhammad Dib, throw us a picture.
Lisa Marie.
Andrew Kay. Lisa Marie, throw me a picture of you as a little girl. And I'll put it up here on Behind Enemy Lines and I'll walk down memory lane. Brought to you by Essence Light, home for your nature for your home and body. They make small candles and soaps. They're great candles and soaps, and we can post them to you. So give them a look. Look them up on Facebook. As I say, Jess, the rest is history, but there's much, much more to be made. This has been a Big T presentation brought to you by the Mad Dragon Vodcast. Anything trees can do, hemp can do better, and I'm sure we all know that. As a Dragons for life, baby. And that was it. I'll walk down memory lane. Thanks for joining me. Hope to see you next week. Hope you enjoyed it. Dragons for life, baby.
Yep. Thank you for that, Big T. So yes, it was yes, and it will be the 24th time we will be playing this Anzac Day Clash. Started way back in 2002.